Okay, so we're diving into A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead. And you want to know what makes this game stand out?
Yeah.
Well, get ready, because this is more than just your average spooky game, right? This is a game that's actually listening to you.
Yeah, it really takes this idea of silence as like a threat, you know? Something that the A Quiet Place films totally nailed.
Oh, yeah.
And just takes it to a whole other level.
2 films and a prequel, they really established that.
And this game, they're taking it up to 11. Like, we're talking about a game that listens to you, to your surroundings. It uses your microphone. Can you believe that?
I mean, it's not just like subtitles or anything.
No.
It's using your microphone as part of the gameplay.
It's picking up the sounds around you in your room. So think about it. You're playing, you gasp, your chair creaks, or maybe even just like wrestling a bag of chips.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly, those creatures, those sound-hunting aliens in the game, they know where you are. It's like, talk about immersive.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I mean, we've seen voice commands in games before.
Sure.
But this is different. This isn't just, you know, using your voice to control the game. It's making the line between your world and the game world, like, blurry. It makes you think about sound so differently.
It's true. And it's not just going to be used for jump scares either.
Oh, absolutely not.
We're talking about the developers behind Remothered here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stormwind Games. These guys, they know horror and they know sound.
Yeah. They're known for their atmosphere, that chilling sound design. Now imagine all of that in a world where every little sound, every creak, every rustle
could mean death.
Exactly.
You have to think like you're really in that movie, you know? Like walking on a creaky floorboard in your bare feet. Bad idea in the game, bad idea in real life.
Right.
Whispering to yourself in the dark. Don't even think about it.
I can already see it. I'm going to be huddled under a blanket, noise-canceling headphones on.
Yeah.
Try not to even breathe too loud.
Seriously, it's like they took all the best parts of A Quiet Place, the survival, the tension, and said, okay, now you're living it, have fun.
It's true. And you're playing as Alex, right?
Yes. A college student.
Yeah.
And that adds a whole other layer to it. This isn't some soldier. This is someone who's just trying to survive.
Yeah.
You know, someone who's more relatable.
Absolutely. It's like anybody, you know, and it's not just jump scares.
No.
This is a game that gets under your skin, man.
Totally.
It makes you question every little sound, both in the game and in your living room.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
I mean, think about the tech behind it for a sec, right? It has to analyze every single sound in your room.
Right. It's got to filter out all the irrelevant stuff and then trigger events in the game.
It's got to be incredibly complex.
Oh, it is. This isn't just slapping a spooky soundtrack on top of everything.
Well, no.
We're talking about using sound, or even the lack of sound, as the core mechanic, you know? It's like they're building this soundscape around you that reacts to everything.
And that is groundbreaking, I mean, honestly.
Absolutely. But it makes you think about, well, how does this work if, let's say, you live on a busy street?
Right. Or you have, I don't know, a dog.
Yeah.
What if the mailman comes and your dog starts going crazy? Did that ruin everything?
Exactly. It's the big question mark. How accessible is this game really going to be? If you have to stay silent, how's that going to work for everyone?
Especially if you can't control everything in your environment, you know?
Totally. What if you can't stay perfectly quiet for that long?
Yeah, and we don't really know how they're handling that yet, do we?
Nope. The developers haven't said anything specific about the accessibility options.
It'll be interesting to see what they do, you know?
For sure. Like, will there be difficulty settings for the microphone?
Right.
Can you adjust the sensitivity and stuff?
Or even other ways to play, maybe modes, without relying on silence so much.
Exactly. I bet a lot of people want to know that.
Yeah, for sure, especially people who might have trouble with it. It's pretty amazing, though, that we're even talking about this. I mean, when was the last time a horror game made us actually think about sound design like this?
I know, right? It's not just about the game. It's like this whole conversation about accessibility in games and immersion, you know, future of gaming and all that.
And what about beyond just horror, too? Imagine this in a stealth game, you know? You have to whisper to your team.
Oh, man.
Or maybe a detective game, where you're using your microphone to pick up clues and stuff.
That would be so cool.
I mean, the possibilities are endless. This tech could really change things.
Definitely not just for horror, yeah.
This could be huge for all kinds of games.
Whoa.
It's wild, right? It's like they're giving you the tools to make your own horror film.
I know. But in this one, you're not the director, you're the star. You're living it. Every creak, every little whisper.
And that's what makes it so different, so real. They've tapped into something primal, you know? that fear, that hunted feeling, but it's amplified because it's your soundscape freaking you out. It makes you see how powerful sound is, you know. We all know music and effects can make scary movies scarier.
For sure.
But this is different. This is making you aware of every sound around you in your own house, then throwing it into the game.
Exactly. Like, imagine playing this late at night.
Oh, God.
In the dark. You can't even tell what sounds are from the game anymore and which ones are from your own house. Blurs that line between real and fake, you know. Few games do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So to sum it up for you listeners out there, if you want a horror game that's more than jump scares, one that really gets to you, makes you scared to breathe, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, keep an eye out for it.
Oh, and pro tip, maybe grab some noise-canceling headphones first.
Yeah.
For your sanity and anyone else you live with.
It's good advice. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. If a game can make you afraid of your own shadow, your own heartbeat, what does that say about how incredible games are becoming? It's a question worth thinking about. And it seems like A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, it's going to answer that question in a way that'll thrill you and, yeah, maybe terrify you a little bit too.